Hi everyone, good morning. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips to boost self-love after you come out of a toxic relationship. So before I do that, in case you are new to me or my page, I want to just introduce myself quickly. My name is Lindsay O'Brien and I am a coach and an energy healer, and I help women heal from toxic relationships so they can feel free, happy, and empowered to reclaim their lives. So in addition to giving you 5 tips on how to boost self-love today, I'm also offering 5 free discovery sessions this week. So message me if you're interested in booking one of these. These are sessions where we just go really deep into what you're struggling with and help you come up with a plan to move forward. So if you are ready to experience what many of the women that I work with experience, which is peace, healing, being able to break that trauma bond, and regaining their confidence, send me a message. We want to get you set up to have an amazing 2021. Now is the time to do it because, as we all know, 2020 was tricky. It was a tough year for many of us. So let's get you set up to have a much better 2021. Okay guys, so let's get into it. The 5 tips to help you boost your self-love after a toxic relationship. Because let's be real, when you come out of a toxic relationship, your self-love might be really, really depleted. These relationships are incredibly draining, incredibly damaging. So I'm going to give you some quick things that you can do to get started on boosting that self-love. So the first thing that I'm always going to recommend, I'm going to be sitting here in all these videos continually recommending it, is to get support. Get as much support as you can from people that love and care about you. So this can be friends, family members, professional support, anyone who truly has your back and who you trust. This makes a huge difference. I can't even tell you what a difference this can make in someone's healing process. So that's the first tip. Always get as much support as you can. The second tip that I can give you to boost self-love is to learn a little bit about personality disorders. So I put up a disclaimer here. You know, I made a video recently about how you don't want to learn or get too into trying to diagnose your ex or your partner. But it can be helpful to learn just a little bit about how things like narcissism function. There's lots of other personality disorders that you can go into too, but it just gives you an idea of how these things work so that you don't take it personally. And that's huge because a lot of us in these relationships, we tend to think that, oh, this person is only acting this way with us, or it must be something we did wrong. There must be something wrong with us. When in reality, no. This is how these people act with everyone, in spite of what they may tell you. So learning just enough about how personality disorders function, or any other type of mental health diagnosis, that can help you understand that this stuff isn't personal to you. Okay? So that's tip number 2. The next tip number 3, is honestly the most important one here. Let yourself feel how you genuinely feel. So if you were in a toxic relationship, you may have experienced a lot of invalidation of your emotions. You may have even experienced some gaslighting. So what you don't want to do is to continue to invalidate yourself or to continue to gaslight yourself. So this means accepting all the emotions that come up. If you're feeling angry, feel angry. That's okay. If you're feeling sad, cry. That's okay. You have very, very valid reasons to be feeling the way you're feeling. So let yourself feel it. This is core essence of self-love. It's just letting yourself feel exactly how you feel. And you know, some healing traditions call this integration. Some traditions call it shadow work. Whatever it is you want to call it, this is the most important part of self-love and accepting yourself. So yes, let yourself feel how you feel, and this is one of the biggest ways to boost your self-love. And it also helps you to love other people better. It helps you to accept other people. When you are accepting your own emotions, you can be present with other people's emotions. So this is like an all-around win here if you can do this. Okay, tip number 4 to boost your self-love after a toxic relationship is to make a list of all the positive qualities that you have. So again, coming out of a toxic relationship, you can feel really beaten down. You can feel like you're a terrible person. You can feel all sorts of shame about who you are, because a lot of these relationships are emotionally and mentally abusive. And so that takes a very heavy toll on your emotional well-being. And you can also come out of these relationships not seeing yourself very objectively. You know, you may be over-identifying with the perception of your partner or your former partner had the perception that they had of you, which is also not objective. So that's why it's important to get back in touch with the reality of who you are as a person. So make that list of all the things that you like about yourself, all the positive qualities that you have, and look at it frequently. This is how you remind yourself of who you actually are, and not the vision, not the projection of who you are that an ex-partner may have had of you, if this makes sense. So the last tip that I want to give today to boost your self-love after a toxic relationship is to connect or reconnect with your passions. So, you know, often in toxic relationships, you can get very lost in the relationship. You can sort of lose yourself. And so one of the things that you want to do is reconnect, sort of like making a list of those positive qualities, but reconnect with who you are, what you like to do, what makes you feel good about yourself. So, you know, it can be anything. It can be cooking, exercising, art, whatever it is. Do what makes you feel good. And this serves two purposes. Feeling good helps for healing. You know, that's part of the healing process, is treating yourself well, doing self-loving, nurturing things for yourself. But then it also, like I talked about earlier, it gets you back in touch with who you are, apart from your relationship with this person that you're trying to move on from. It gets you back in touch with yourself. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. And if you're just tuning in now, I am giving away 5 free discovery sessions so we can get you guys ready for an amazing 2021, not staying stuck in all the heavy emotions and still experiencing that trauma bond. Let's move you through that and get you to a much better place. All right, guys, talk to you soon.